Hello, it's Hakan again. I just decided to analyze one of the interviews is done with Joe Atkins in CXO Talks with Michael Krixman. So Joe mentioned about he's the vice chair and chief products and technology officer at PWC and like chief digital officer maybe we can say. And this is stated like, that he understands he see many different perspectives, and therefore it is really important. And Joe gives us the practitioner version of digital transformation. What is useful for us academically is that his examples strongly support several theories we study. First, transformation is not about tools alone, but about redesigning. By the way, you can Google it and you can in the YouTube when if you search this Joe Atkins and CXO talks, you will see that talk and you can watch and you can listen. And the second one is the Joe mentioned firms transforms because of strategic and environmental pressure, not just because technology is available. You see, we mentioned that one as well. The third success depends on leadership, culture, capability building, and iterative learning. And the fourth one is digital value is captured when internal innovation is scaled, shared, and tied to the business outcome. And okay, so I used this frame while I'm explaining, his interview with Michael. And what it is, digital transformation is Joe's strongest, he strongly point out that digital transformation is not about buying technology or looking modern. It is about changing how work gets done and whether that improves outcomes. That is a very, very useful opening because it helps you immediately separate digitization and digitalization and digital transformation. Joe clearly talking about deepest level transformation of work process and client's experience, not just the introduction of digital tools. And in teaching terms, I would link this to the process redesign, operating model change, and socio-technical thinking. A nice classroom like activity we offer on this one, and it could be really difficult to confuse visible change with the real change. So that's why digital transformation is really one of the core elements. And for example, a new platform application or dashboard may be visible, but teaching or learning or developing some skills about them different. Has the underlying workflow change? Has the decision-making change? Decision-making process change? And has value improved? That is where Joe's definition becomes academically useful and it's really valuable interview, I think. And yeah. Another one is client pressure and why firms need digital transformation. So Joe explained pressure from clients, technology phase, competitiveness, and talent expectation. That gives you a very teachable learning, important element. You can tell, the transformation is rarely driven by one cause, and it usually emerges from combination of market pressure, internal capability pressure, and strategic relevance pressure. So the theory connection here is that digital transformation is partly strategic response to environment turbulence. This is where you can bring in ideas such as dynamic capabilities, environmental scanning. Firms are not transforming because technology exists, the transformation because they believe they must adapt their capabilities to survive. compete and remain attractive to both customers and employees. So this is the really good points are mentioned in the interview. And how transformation should be done. This is another point. This is where you can show digital transformation is not only about vision, it is about implementation logic. Start with outcome, links to the performance management, redesign operations, link to the business process re-engineering, top-down plus bottom-up, links to the leadership and participation, maybe upskilling everyone, links to the capability building, ship, learn, iterate, and create agile organization and make organizational learning. So I think the really good comment from Joe is describing transformation model that balances strategy, operations, capabilities, and learning loop. You can also see that this is some point with failed transformation programs that starts with software procurement, only later what business problem they are solving. And it is kind of like important point. So who owns? Yeah, this is another point in the interview. Joe says leadership sets direction, accelerator, spread change, everyone participates, and clients shape expectations. Then I think he says what makes it stick: culture over technology, people and technology together, human-centered design, portfolio mindset, and continuous learning. So I think that one is these are the things are beautifully connected with leadership culture, and change capability. I think a very useful learning point could be that ownership of this digital transformation is never confined to the IT. Joe is basically saying it a distributed organizational responsibility, but one that still needs strategic leadership from top. So this is again really a core element in my teaching, in my Moodle notes as well. So when Joe has been asked about like some of the examples, he mentioned, I think I captured 6 of them. Maybe I confuse, but I captured 6 of them, like drone-based damage assessment. Like some buildings are on fire, and after fire is distinguished, and then what's happening is the people doesn't want to go, it's not safe, and they are using drone. It's similar with like any like natural disasters. You can use the similar technology, drone technology. So the drone-based damage assessment could show us operational redesign. The citizen built time. Another one, second one is what shows employee-led innovation. So they just led the innovation, and digital accelerators are on the right. On the third one are the showing the capability building at scale. So as you can see, digital transformation could be seen at different levels. Maybe task level, maybe workflow level, maybe organizational capability level, maybe drone case is about safety, accuracy, and speed. That is a good operational performance and process innovation, I must say, because they used to do human-based assessment. Now they are using, so they change the process and innovation is there. The time bot, because the second one is about like giving the time reporting. Time bot case is excellent for discussing citizen development. Employees develop that one. But also for raising critical questions when employee-led innovation works. How does organization capture, govern, and scale it? So the escalators case is the clearest example, capability building as a strategy. So next one is about, in his interview, he mentioned about internal marketplace, about the bots and client-facing visualization. Yeah, some extra stuff as well. I just want to look them again. But I would like to finalize, like synthesize is here. Joe's synthesization is actually very close to strong academic conclusion. And he's a really good practitioner. It seems like he has got a really extensive experience. And digital transformation works when organizations change the way work gets done. Tie digital decision to operations and outcomes, upskill broadly, combine leadership with experiment. So these are the elements I think he mentioned. Like, I just want to repeat again. Digital transformation works when organizations change the way work gets done. Tie digital decision to the operations and outcomes, upskill broadly, combine leadership with experimentation, automate low volume work, and treat transformation as continuous learning. This is where you can make change, and so as a transformation. So I can say that that Joe's talk confirms a key module arguments that I offered earlier in my week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transformation is not technology as a story alone. It is about strategy, operation, capabilities, learning, and culture. And his closing line that culture, skills, and permission to innovate determine whether transformation sticks is especially useful, because it lets you and are reconnecting truthful in transformation with real life example. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm done, and I'm done with the digital transformation. I'm planning to have some good example, like project displays from how digital transformation help. Some of the case study, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks lecture notes about this digital transformation. In terms of giving you some what they are in the real life, what kind of projects or what kind of digital elements are in use, so you can see them, and maybe you can learn, maybe you can gain some knowledge, maybe you can share your own idea or your knowledge or resources with me. Then I can expand my knowledge as well. Yes, thank you very much for listening to this presentation as well. I hope it was helpful, and I wish you a very lovely day, rest of the day. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.